Okay, we're going to use a completely PC-free method where we'll show you. I will explain step by step how you can recover your cell phone in one of the easiest and fastest ways, which is without needing to use a PC. This would be a completely PC-free method. As we can see here on the upper left side, we have what is that. The little padlock here at the bottom we have what is ADSys. Accessibility. Previously, when accessibility appeared, it was because the phone was not locked. It was because it gave us access to power and configure our phone so we can get to the beginning. But even now these devices have been updated, but we still see that padlock icon. Accessibility appears, but our phone is still locked. What are we going to do in this video tutorial? Well, the first thing we're going to do is the following. The first thing we're going to do is connect to a Wi-Fi network to begin this recovery process. We're going to go to our Wi-Fi network and connect. Now what we are going to do is get to the point where what appears to us appears. It's that screen lock where we see that Google account. When we get to that section, that's where we're going to start the process. Recovery. We will begin that recovery process when we get to that section. But first of all, we also want to tell you that in the video description is also in the first pinned comment. To be able to find other methods, a completely different method, because you can find the PC and non-PC methods in the description of our video. Since we have provided many video tutorials, different so that you can do it too. So they can apply it and be able to fix and recover their device. One of the easiest ways is via PC, but also without a PC. We have several methods. We can see that our phone has this lock. The screen here also indicates that it has our account. From Google for those people who know they have a Google account. They didn't know the screen lock. But it's known in the Google account. They can add the block here. Enter your account here, click Next, add your password, and it will give you access. That would be one of the easiest and fastest ways to be able to recover your device without watching the full video tutorial. The other thing would be if you don't know the email address too. It gives you the option to add a phone number. If you have the phone number, add it here. You click Next and you'll receive a recovery code. Having said all that, what we're going to do is click here. Where it says, Forget Gmail, here's what we're going to do. We'll do it here, we'll do it again here, we'll do this. We click Next and now we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Once those 30 seconds have passed, that's when we will be doing it by applying what? It's the recovery option for our phone. That's why it's always recommended to watch the step-by-step video tutorial so that don't miss any details and be able to find a solution. And recovery, since if we fast forward the video tutorial, you would be missing out on some features. Having said all that, so what we're going to do now is go back to where we started. We go back to the home page, we click here for accessibility. We click on Talbot, enable Talbot, then double-click here. We double-click here, then we click on Deny. Then we double-click here and then we turn it off here. We go back to the start, we touch the screen several times. We go back and click where it says, Add New Network. We give it the little nut, language, the 3 dots. Update, we go back, the last option. We press reset and we're going to reset these 4 options. We're going to restore it after we've erased all of that. So what we're going to do now is press the power button. Press and hold the volume down button simultaneously to restart your phone. When our phone completely restarts, Now we'll wait a few seconds until it takes us directly to the home screen. When it takes us directly to the beginning, we will finish. What is this recovery process? That's why it's always recommended to watch the step-by-step video tutorial so you don't miss any details, and you can solve this too, as we have shown you. Said from the beginning of the video, in the video description and in the first pinned comment, we've left other methods completely free. They will be able to do it using a different method, both with and without a PC. You can find it in that video description, also in the first pinned comment. You'll be able to find all those methods there. As we can see here, our phone is already restarting. So where and how are we going to be able to recover our device? Well, having said all that, what we are going to do is the following. Let's click here on Start. We click Start and then click here on Add. After adding all of this here, we will use the following. We click here where it says A Android, and it goes. We need to use what is another cell phone. We're going to use another phone where we need to have a screen lock. We also need to have this, which we are going to explain here. To have a Google account after we have the screen lock. The Google account must be connected to a Wi-Fi network. We will be connected to a Wi-Fi network. It needs to be on the same network to be able to perform these synchronizations. Let's wait until it appears here, until we see that we have the account. We have it now that we have it. We're connected and all that. Let's click on this little camera that appears. We're going to give him the little camera on Google. We're going to give him the little camera. We will give him all the permissions he asks for. And then we're going to scan this QR code. Let's scan this QR code. Let's scan. It seems to be a bit slow. Phone, and we're going to click here where it says Sign in with Google. We're going to log in to Google on these devices. We're going to sync both devices. We'll be syncing them. Adding what this account we have on this phone is. We're going to sync it to the locked device. We would also be synchronizing both the Google account and the screen lock we have here would be syncing on both days. Device. Now to complete this recovery process. Once we've added everything here, our phone should now be fully recovered. So, in this way, now what we're going to do is press the power button. Press and hold the volume down button simultaneously to restart your phone. When our phone restarts, now what we're going to do is wait for it to take us directly to what? It is the beginning, and then the culmination of this process. Recovery. That's why we always recommend watching the video tutorial, step by step, so you don't miss a single detail. You can do exactly as we have indicated, delete all those settings. Activate, deactivate here everything we have activated. And once it's deactivated, you have to do it too. That's why you shouldn't skip ahead in this video tutorial, so you don't miss any details and can find a solution and recovery. Now what we're going to do is wait for it to take us directly to the start. And that would complete the process of recovering our phone. We are going to eliminate and finalize this process. As we've said since the beginning of the video, in the video description and in the first comment. Once you've fixed it, you'll be able to find other, completely different methods. PC-based methods and non-PC methods different from this one. Let's click here and now it will show us that the account we have on this phone was added here successfully. When the account appears here in this, it's because the video tutorial has been successful. We'll wait until it takes us to that section and then we'll be there. Giving what is the recovery process. We'll wait here. As you can see, the account has been added. We click next, we click next. We wait here for a few seconds, then click here where it says, do not copy. We click here on jump, we click on jump. We'll click here to accept. We click accept here, we click skip here. To jump again, and here we are in the final steps. We would already be in the final steps. We'll give it to you in the small print, the small blue print. We click on skip, we click on skip, we click here on add. We click next and here we are. Finalizing the recovery process. We'll start here. This would be everything in this video tutorial.